Good evening, everyone. Today, we are going to have a first panel discussion with Mr. Pallav Rastogi, who is one of the home buyer in Karnataka, who brought a property in Bangalore, but he's staying in US in West Coast, and is one of the professional IT person who always looks for a property investment in India, especially in Bangalore, considering it's one of the best IT hub in India itself. And today we are going to discuss with him what is his experience and stuff like that. Before that, let me introduce myself. Myself, Dhananjaya Padmanabhachar, the Principal Secretary of Mantri Sanity Home Buyers Forum Bangalore, which has been one of the home buyers forum which has been formed last year to fight against one of the builder in Bangalore for getting a home which has been constructed from 2012 to 13, and even today on 2021 we are living and the builder has not handed over the flats. So the purpose of this forum is to organize some of these workshops about the awareness, some of the panel discussions among the home buyers to ensure the proper messaging is gone out of home buyers to the general public about what is happening with respect to real estate in Karnataka. And today's program is mainly focusing on one of the important aspects of Real Estate Regulation Act, which has been one of the dreams project or a dreams policy of our central government, Shri Narendra Modi ji, which has been brought into existence in 2016, and in 2018 it has been implemented in Karnataka state. And a lot of projects have been getting certified as RERA certified projects, RERA approved projects, so that there is a regulation that has been built among the projects, and the home buyers will get the home as per the plan by the builders. So this is one of the main objectives of bringing this wonderful regulation act all over India, which is one of the policy, and the implementation lies with the state government, how they are implementing some of the regulations in terms of forming a committee and appointing a chairman, appointing a secretary, and then appointing educating officers, and running the process is lies with the state government and under the housing ministry under the leadership of Somanna ji in Karnataka. So this is a little background about the RERA, which is one of the dream project of our Narendra Modi ji, and how it is getting implemented in Karnataka is available throughout the world under the website RERA. You can just go and find out what the process is all about, and then what projects are approved and stuff like that. The ideal world is what we call it as in the act, but is the ideal world has become a reality in Karnataka? This is a fact check, guys. This is exactly the fact check where we are going to speak to one of the home buyer called Mr. Pallav Rastogi here today, who will explain to us about his experiences of RERA. Is really RERA is beneficial today in the current context where home buyers are still stuck, where they're not getting the home as per the original plan. So handing over to Pallav Rastogi, please introduce yourself, Pallav Rastogi. I just give a brief introduction. Probably you can just elaborate more about yourself, and then where you have booked the flat, who's the builder, and then when did you book the flat, and when was the committed delivery of the project, and then after that when did you file into RERA, and then what is your current status of RERA, and then where is the RERA hearing being stuck, or whatever is the problem that you are facing. This is a fact check, and we expect a honest facts that happened with respect to your project and with respect to your dream home. Handing over to you, Pallav.
Thanks, Dhananjaya ji, for organizing this and bringing awareness to the home buyer. I'm happy to share my experience. Before I go into that, let me introduce myself. I am Pallav Rastogi, and I booked a flat at Mantri Web City in 2014. So the promised delivery date of the project was in 2017, and yeah, so it is 2021, and I still don't have that home delivered. So that says a very big thing in the very first sentence itself before I even walk you through the story. um,
So Pallav, so it is
so
four.
uh, so
So as per your booking date to the committed date, 4 years is already been delayed.
yes,
Okay.
yes,
Yeah.
4 years has already been delayed. To add to that, we don't see in future when it is going to be delivered, because all the communications coming in from their side have been that there is no tentative new date. And also, I did try to visit the property in like past couple of years, and the construction is totally stopped. So there is no construction worker on site, and we don't see any money being moved, or any investment being made from the developer into the building. And there is like literally no progress from past at least 3 or 4 years, and building is stuck in the same state where it was 4 years back. So
Pallav, one, I just wanted to stop you there. You mentioned
yes,
the project got stalled. When was this
yes.
project got stalled? Which year it got stalled, Pallav?
So the project got stalled somewhere around 2018,
Mhm.
and there has been like no progress on top of that. Just to show progress like to the outside world, there are like 4 to 5 workers, but imagine there are more than 1,000 flats in that whole apartment complex which are to be constructed, and they are working on the project with just 4 or 5 workers on site. That is the fact.
Very unfortunate, very unfortunate. And you all had a dream to own a house, and as an investment, as an NRI, who guys, sitting outside and imagining, we are getting into a developing world, and the Bangalore is the fast development, Silicon Valley of India. And this is
Yes,
the pathetic condition what we are seeing in Bangalore because of the
yes.
poor implementation of RERA. Yeah, please go ahead, Pallav.
Yes. So growing up, my dad always advised me for investments, and following his advice, that is the first thing I did when I got a job here. So I did like, hey, I'm earning some money. Let me get some investments done, and real estate is one of the really core investment like very very really core investment opportunity. But if you so thinking about that in 2014, that's when I made these investment, and I got a property, and I did not want to take risk because I would not be locally present. That's the reason we chose like really reputed builder, Mantri Developers, which have several properties across Bangalore. So they were like really good performing developer. So that's the reason we chose to pay premium, and we chose this developer just because of their name, their brand name and reputation. um, but to my surprise, that if such branded developers can do these things where they can stall the project and leave home buyers in lurch, think about all the small time developers or small investment properties. And
Yeah.
it is definitely affecting real estate project in overall thing, because learning from all these stuck home buyers, which is all over the news, there are no new investors coming in because they really don't want to invest. That is the ground reality, including my younger brother, even though he's also earning nicely now, and but he never invested in real estate seeing my condition. because like almost 60 lakh plus rupees is stuck in this project, and I have nowhere to go to. To whom should I go? If I
Yeah.
like, developers are not listening to me. If I go to the bank says we cannot do anything, we just given loan. Then we did try to post on social media. Now mantris have started blocking us and disabling comments on their LinkedIn. So literally they are trying to suppress our voice, and there is no way we can go to. Earlier, in the initial days, mantri used to communicate to us really regularly, but all the mantri employees have left the company, because I don't know like how long they can stay with such company. And now there is nobody who responds to us. So every few months the crms change, every few months the directors change. There is like literally nobody who is there to listen to us. And they don't even communicate the change in customer relationship managers now. It is up to us to find out like who is the new employee who will be whom should we contact to. So literally it's in like really bad shape. So talking to now we only way left is to pursue legal way. And we tried to contact other home buyers to see like, hey, what are they doing. So some of the home buyers wanted to file a police complaint, so they have filed firs, which even I have the copy of those firs, but no action has been taken by the local police against the developer. Because I don't know what's the reason behind that, but
When
if
this
you
was
go and
FIR filed, Pala?
it was filed. I think it was filed like 2 years back, and
Okay.
also most recently, it was also again renewed, filed last year.
Okay.
Um, and but the problem is, I, as an person who is not living locally,
Yeah.
cannot file FIR because
Right.
physical presence is necessary for filing FIR.
Right.
So that's not an option for me.
Right. Have you
But I will
yeah.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
RERA.
will
Yeah.
go. I will definitely go and file like FIR once I'm like traveling back after this COVID situation. I will definitely go and file. I will do my part of the job to file an FIR. Other than that, we asked lawyers, hey, suggest us what can we do. So they said like, hey, we have this wonderful forum called RERA. The project is registered in RERA, so let us go and file a complaint to the authority. So I did submit all the paperwork to lawyer after paying them hefty fees to file the complaint. So this is over and above whatever burden we are already having. So we said, okay, let's pay lawyer fees and get this complaint filed to RERA. So I did file a complaint on 9th August of 2020, and it has been just sitting with RERA since then. There has been no action taken by RERA. I did raise several help desk complaint tickets with RERA and every time they reply that your complaint will be resolved in 10 business days.
Mm-hmm.
But to my surprise, or actually it's not a surprise, but there has been literally no action taken on any of the complaints. If I go and then I went to their website and checked the history of how long do they generally take to give any decision on a complaint. If you go and see on the RERA website right now, so they haven't given any judgment in last 1 year, which is a long time. It's totally there
Yeah.
are about 5,000 complaints over so many years of time. And I don't think that's a very large number to take one
Yeah.
year of time to just process those complaints.
Yeah, and also I
But
think Pallav,
and
you brought a
yeah.
very important point, saying that you
Mhm.
filed in August last year, right? You filed in
Yes.
August last year, and till today you have not got any update from RERA saying that your case has been posted on a particular date for hearing, right?
No.
Okay,
No,
and
I
see,
haven't got any update.
okay. As per my knowledge of little understanding of RERA how system works, so first date what they gave is for an objection date. That means
Mhm.
that once anybody registers a case, they send out an objection note to the builder saying that there is
Mhm.
somebody called with person Mr. Pallav has filed a case against you. If you have anything
Mhm.
to raise, please respond within a reasonable time. So that is the first
Mhm.
notification that will go. And then after
Mhm.
that, if the builder, after a threshold of time what has been given, if the builder has not filed any objections, then the next
Mhm.
hearing date is what we call it as a hearing date between parties, right? And obviously, if somebody is
Mhm.
not filed an objection, so the parties will be only the home buyer lawyer versus the
Mhm.
adjudicating officer. So
Okay.
ideally, as per my knowledge, in the previous state when Mr. Palakshappa sir was the adjudicating officer, if there is any objection not being filed, one or two hearings or the maximum three hearings, the case used to be get the judgment. So there are a
Mhm.
few cases that has got a judgment in last year. So some of the
Mhm.
cases we are knowingly personally. So recently there is
Mhm.
one more judgment came. All these things were happening when Mr. Palakshappa sir was in the adjudicating and the riding seat. But as you
Mhm.
rightly said, there is no process defined in terms of after filing a complaint. There is no definition of how many days any home buyer will get a hearing date. There is no SLA metrics. If you go to any IT
Exactly.
company, there is a
Mhm.
priority metrics where high priority, low priority, medium priority, and based on there is an SLA associated with it. And here
Yes.
we are calling it as a regulation act, which is formed by the central government and implemented by the state government, and there is no SLAs being defined. And
Correct.
anybody who files a complaint and still today not getting a hearing date, this is really pathetic condition.
Yes. And to add to that, see, like their RERA is already aware that the this particular building of this particular builder is in a bad state because they have given so many judgments in the past, right?
Right.
On this same very building, same very project. They have given like a lot of judgments in the past, so it's not like something will change overnight, and this building will just come out of nowhere. And also builders are required to file the status updates with RERA, so
Correct.
RERA is aware of all the latest progress which is made in the project. So I don't know, there is like no real reason for this delay in judgment because RERA has all the facts already present with them.
Correct.
To my surprise, okay, like imagine that even if RERA, for a moment, let us assume that RERA gives me the judgment. Right now, I did talk to other home buyers who have already got their judgment and in their favor, and RERA have given them, like, hey,
For some
okay,
percentage
builder,
interest. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yes, builder should either give a delay compensation, or they should give like refund or whatever the plea is of the home buyer. So RERA has given judgment, but now the problem is I am not aware of even a single home buyer in our project who has got judgment but also got that judgment
Order
implemented,
implement. Okay, I think very
order
important
implemented.
point. Yeah, very important point that you're
Yeah.
getting into. Getting an order is one aspect, and how
Yes.
do we implement that? So
Yes.
implementation of the order which adjudicating officer gives, there is a lengthy process that has been inculcated within RERA, and
Yeah.
it's a tedious process, and it will go into the district commissioner office for implementation, and all
Yes.
the orders will just stay over there, and who is going
Yes.
to implement it? So this is one of the
Correct.
pathetic situation. I think RERA should also get the executing powers, and then
Yes.
if a particular builder is not withstanding that orders, and any further approvals for the same builder should not be given. See, we are all
Yes.
home buyers who are already suffered. Why other new home buyers need to suffer about this? I think there
Yes.
are a lot of loopholes in the systems. There are a lot of things that can be improvised. There are a lot of things that
Yes.
can be implemented in a better way for the home buyers. But unfortunately, in Karnataka, the RERA implementation seems to be failing, and it is not in favor of home buyers.
Yes. So another fact I want to bring to the table. So if you go to the RERA website, so I said, okay, let us see like how many projects have are having this problem, right? So being an IT guy, I was able to navigate through this website. Earlier it used to be like really simple website and all the information was available on front page, but now all these information is like getting like sunken behind links, and it has gone like really deep inside. It is really hard to find information now on RERA website. Earlier, it used to be like super simple. Um, I don't know if it is deliberately done to hide the facts, or I don't know. It's just a poor design. I don't know, but the thing is, now it is like really hard to find information on RERA website. But okay, but I did some digging, and what to my surprise, more than 1,400 builders are delinquent at this point as per RERA.
Very surprising. Very
Yes,
surprising. Yeah.
actually not surprising because I think there is like no respite to home buyers, and I feel I see that now and then we see articles in newspaper that hey, RERA took action against this builder, that builder, but there RERA is only able to take action about like really small time builders. Have they taken action against any big builder or any like huge project? We never saw such articles, right? So
Yeah.
imagine all the like really big builders are stuck, like including Mantri Serenity, Mantri Web City, or Mantri Lithios, or like Skylark, Ithaca, and all these so many big projects are stuck with like home buyers not able to either get out, or neither they are getting the home. What is like RERA doing about these big builders? That is the
Yeah.
real question.
Yeah, I think it's a very important point that we are, trying to debate around that. RERA has got an excellent policy, but
Yes,
implementation is a big failure, and that is exactly what is happening in Karnataka. If the policy is being made at a central government, and if the implementation is not reflected at a state level, and home buyers are not getting benefited, is RERA is an additional layer within the system, only for a system, or is for a home buyer? So this big question arises in all home buyers' mind, and then we really request central government under the leadership of Narendra Modi ji to have a fact check within the states. Is it really RERA is making a sense, or is it really RERA is making some good progress to give justice to homebuyers? And stringent laws and stringent implementations guidelines has to be given to the state governments, and then a proper transparency system has to be brought in place where homebuyers can sit all over the world and then look at what happened to my property, what happened to my investment. That is exactly what is required for the need of the hour, because an IT guy like Pallav, who's sitting in USA, wants to know what is happening to his project, and he has already invested more than 60 lakhs and still waiting when he will get his home and when he will get his home. And after filing a RERA, trusting Narendra Modi ji's guidelines of RERA Act, and then when it comes to implementation, it is seems to be a big failure where he is not able to understand, is not able to get the details what is expected for a home buyer, he not getting a hearing date. And even if the hearing date is being given, it is a 10 minutes of hearing date. and then when 10 minutes, what any judge or anybody can listen within 10 minutes. So is it getting do is the implementation is doing only for the sake of doing, or is it there is a real purpose or a real kind of motivation behind this implementing to give justice to home buyer is becoming a big question. And I really request our Prime Minister of India, we are all proud of you, sir, but when we make any policies, it is our responsibility and accountability also to see whether the act what we design is being implemented at state level, and is it really beneficial to the home buyers. And when the home buyers builders are looting general public on new projects, when there are already existing projects which they are unable to complete and unable to deliver justice, please stop giving license to such people so that other home buyers can be alleviated of all this nonsense which is happening and their savings can be protected. We are all looking at 5 trillion economy and then Atmanirbhar Bharat, and all these things will be implemented only if the acts, which is RERA, which is one of the important act for real estate sector to boost an economy, and real estate projects and real estate sector plays a very important role. And if these kinds of messages goes to all over the world, where our Prime Minister makes a wonderful act, whereas states fail to implement their act in a regional level, then it is going to be a failure of the system. So we really request Narendra Modi ji to look into this, do a fact check, and also assess is RERA is effective, and make and create justice to home buyers. And also request on this platform to our Karnataka Chief Minister, Mr. Yediyurappa ji, and Housing Minister Somanna ji also to look into this. And we know there are a lot of issues which is going around, floating around in the industry. And also we are also observing a lot of news which is happening. There are two important news I just wanted to bring to the notice of everyone who is watching this video live with respect to a particular builder called Mantri Developers. One, in RERA, the adjudicating officer has been immediately asked to leave. We don't know what is the reason. And the adjudicating officer, Mr. Palakapsha, were really giving a good judgments, and then hearing dates was given, and most of the cases was settled within 6 months of filing. So that was the timeline which Mr. Palakshappa sir has set it up for the home buyers, and lot of orders were pending. And then looks like we don't know inside what is happening inside the RERA office, because we were never allowed to meet the secretary. Myself, Mr. Dhananjay Padmanabhachar, Principal Secretary of Mantri Serenity Home Buyers Forum, tried to meet the secretary multiple times. We visited the office, but unfortunately, we were never given an appointment with the secretary of RERA to meet. And then this raises a lot of questions on the mindset of home buyers. If home buyers and home buyers representatives were not allowed to meet the secretary of RERA, then this is where the question arises. And also the second important aspect is, recently there was a Mantri Mall which has been stalled almost 6 to 7 hours in a day, and the BBMP officer who made this happen has been transferred immediately within few days. So all these things will trolled around a particular builder and a particular history of a particular builder. We request RERA authorities to look into this, and please don't always support the builders. We are not saying please don't support the builders. Also look at home buyers' point. We are all honest home buyers. We are all honest taxpayers of this country who are paying 20 to 30% of our tax, and then along with the savings whatever we leave after giving cess, other commercial tax, other luxury tax, other petrol tax, diesel tax, including all these things, we left with only 60% or maybe 50% of our earning for our livelihood. And out of that, the amount of money what we save, we invested on this particular project, and then we still not got the house. So this is the real pathetic situation what we are seeing. We request all the concerned authorities to look into this matter, and then let the justice be delivered as early as possible to all the home buyers. And I request Narendra Modi ji, our Prime Minister of India and Chief Minister of Karnataka, once again, please do something to strengthen RERA in Karnataka. IT Hub, we have a lot of hopes and trust to boost the real estate sector. And unless the regulations and acts are strong enough, we cannot build this trust back into the real estate sector that is going to be impacting all over the world. And today's social media world, and this video will be is being live on Facebook, and this will be watched and viewed by all the investors all over the world. So I request concerned authorities to look into this and give justice, and then have a proper process inbuilt within RERA to give justice to home buyers. Thanks a lot, Pallav, for joining in from
Thank you.
US, and then bringing up this your experiences, and to do a fact check, what we call it as Satyanveshane about RERA's implementation in Karnataka. Thanks a lot once again. Thank you all to all viewers.
Thank you. Thank you
Once
so
again,
much.
thank you.
Thank you so much for having me.